Hare Krishna devotees, welcome to Shloka Day. Today Shloka number 29 of chapter 1. Vepathuscha sharire me
Vepathuscha sharire me
Romaharshascha jayate
Romaharshascha jayate
Gandivam sramsate hastat
Gandivam sramsate hastat
Tvakchaiva paridahyate.
Vakchaiva paridahyate.
Word for word meaning, translation and purport by His Divine Grace Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Vepatuhu,
Vepatuhu,
trembling of the body.
trembling of the body.
Cha,
Cha,
also.
also.
Sharire,
Sharire,
on the body.
on the body.
Me,
Me,
my.
my.
Romaharshaha,
Romaharshaha,
standing of hair on end.
standing of hair on end.
Cha,
Cha,
also.
also.
Jayate,
Jayate,
is taking place.
is taking place.
Gandivam,
Gandiva,
the bow of Arjuna.
the bow of Arjuna.
Sramsate,
Sramsate,
is slipping.
is slipping.
Hastat,
Hastat,
from the hand.
from the hand.
Tvak,
Tvak,
skin.
skin.
Cha,
Cha,
also.
also.
Eva,
Eva,
certainly.
certainly.
Paridahyate,
Paridahyate,
is burning.
is burning.
Translation. My whole body is trembling.
My whole body is trembling.
My hair is standing on end.
My hair is standing on end.
My bow Gandiva is slipping from my hand.
My bow Gandiva is slipping from my hand,
And my skin is burning.
and my skin is burning.
Prabhupada writes, there are two kinds of trembling of the body and two kinds of standings of the hair on end. Such phenomena occur either in great spiritual ecstasy or out of great fear under material conditions. So the symptoms may seem to be similar, but the cause of the symptoms could be very different. One cause is material distress or fear or anger. The other is spiritual ecstasy. There is no fear in transcendental realization. Arjuna's symptoms in this situation are out of material fear, namely loss of life. This is evident from other symptoms also. He became so impatient that his famous bow, Gandiva, was slipping from his hands, and because his heart was burning within him, he was feeling a burning sensation of the skin. All these are due to a material conception of life. So Prabhupada is clarifying for us that the symptoms that Arjuna is describing for himself is not out of spiritual ecstasy, it is out of material fear. Here Arjuna has addressed Shri Krishna as Keshava, killer of a demon called Keshi. Yet for Arjuna, the thought of killing his own relatives troubled him to such an extent that his body started to tremble. He was unable to even hold his magnificent bow Gandiva, which could emit sounds that petrified. Petrified means scared. Even the most powerful enemies. Arjuna had become so disillusioned that superstition started gripping him. He could only see bad omens indicating severe devastation. Thus he felt it would be a sin to engage in such a battle. So we are now looking at the trajectory of Arjuna's mood. So what is the reason that he was able to speak, but he was not able to hold on to his bow. In the Bhagavad Gita's first chapter, when Arjuna saw his relatives in the opposite army, he was so emotionally overwhelmed that his bow started slipping out of his hands. How then could he even speak several well-articulated points? Because he's going to speak for the rest of the chapter. So from Shloka 31 all the way to 46, he has a lot to say. Leave alone discuss philosophy with Krishna throughout the Gita. So if you're so terrified, if you're so scared, your body is trembling, not only is he speaking so many verses in chapter 1, he's also going to engage in a deep philosophical discussion with Krishna throughout the Bhagavad Gita. To understand, we need to consider what had caused Arjuna's turbulence. It was not cowardice, but ethical uncertainty. It's not that Arjuna felt fear. His fear was of the ethical dilemma. What brought about Arjuna's ethical crisis so suddenly? On realizing that the war was about to begin and that one side wouldn't return alive, he felt unsure about the right thing to do. Should he fight against venerable elders? Venerable means to worship them. That included his grandsire, Bhishma, and his martial teacher, Dronacharya. Arjuna's plight was similar to that of an experienced executioner who's stepping forward to kill a respectable relative. An executioner is somebody that is responsible for putting to death the person under serving a death penalty sentence. If the executioner pauses to review the case, that shows he has a conscience. And if he is able to go over the merits of the case through a serious discussion, that shows his strength of character. His steely resolve to do whatever is necessary for ascertaining the right thing to do. So if you're an honest person and you genuinely have doubts, you will certainly try to resolve them. So that shows that this matter is something that you take seriously. Killing of relatives is certainly a serious matter. It's not something that you can just do, like as if it's something that you do every day, like eating or drinking. Similarly, to gain ethical clarity, Arjuna needed to speak and discuss. So when we are in doubt, what do? We call uncle, amma, appa, friend, and check out what would they do or what would they say about this particular situation. So when you're in a dilemma, you want to speak to somebody and discuss it with someone. And that's what he did. That he initially broke down doesn't mean he was weak. It just means that the crisis facing him was so huge as to temporarily blindside even a warrior of his caliber. That he subsequently pulled himself together to ask questions about ethics and to discuss serious philosophy shows that he was made of stern stuff. He had the self-discipline to subordinate paralyzing emotions to a higher purpose. Yes, he was emotional. He was reacting to the situation, but he also had determination. He wanted answers. Arjuna's physical inability and his verbal ability both showed his strength of character. Wanting to put down your weapons until you have clarity on the situation is a strength of character. Being able to verbalize and express yourself in order to clarify a doubt is certainly a show of strength of character. His physical incapacity reflected his active conscience in the face of a dreadful duty, and his verbal ability reflected his resolve to gain ethical clarity. So you put down your arms so that you're staying focused on a single question, which is, whatever I'm about to do, is that ethical? Is it ethical to kill your own relatives even if they've done you wrong? So as Chaitanya Charan Prabhu was saying in this previous commentary that we just read, the way to start a discussion is to express yourself. And part of expressing yourself is also to express and reveal what you're feeling within you. Because when you begin to express yourself, it is the beginning of the healing process. At the start of the Bhagavad Gita 1.29, Arjuna reveals to Krishna the feelings of anxiety and misery that are overwhelming him. Seeking relief, he surrenders to Krishna. That will come in the next chapter. And the Gita concludes with Arjuna's declaration that his negative feelings have been removed. He has been healed. Bhakti Yoga, which is the Gita's central recommendation, is essentially a process for healing our feelings. Bhakti Yoga is a process to heal your feelings. We are presently in an emotionally diseased state because our feelings are misdirected towards material things. As material things are changing and fleeting, attachment to them ends always in misery. Psychosis, neurosis, complexes, and all such emotional problems originate in our misguided desire to enjoy matter. Revealing our feeling is only the beginning of healing. It is not itself healing. Sometimes we may get ourselves into a situation where we are always talking about the same matter again and again and again and again. Just simply constantly being fixated on something that happened to you is not healing. We all have a right to express ourselves, to express our sorrow, our disappointment, our anger, but to do so in a way that is going to help you in the long run. So Bhakti Yoga purifies our emotions, redirecting them from matter to Krishna. When we practice bhakti, we need to, like Arjuna, reveal to our spiritual mentors our feelings, especially those feelings that strongly affect us. However, we need to remember that revealing our feeling is only the beginning of healing. It is not itself healing. We shouldn't stay stuck in the beginning, endlessly recycling old hurts and hang-ups, dumping our emotional load on others, and overall indulging in a pity party. To actually be healed, we need to practice bhakti determinedly. So just as patients inform their physicians about their symptoms to learn about the treatment, we inform our mentors about our feelings to learn how we can best practice bhakti. Analyzing our feelings under the guidance can help us better understand our disease and our cure. The worldly things that trigger wild feelings within us are symptoms of our disease. They show us our attachments and weaknesses, the things we need to guard against. The devotional things that trigger sublime feelings within us comprise our customized spiritual therapy. So practicing bhakti yoga is therapy. By doing those activities more, we can get a higher taste that makes austerities tolerable and bhakti yoga relishable. So two aspects here. Revealing your emotions is not necessarily a sign of weakness. It's the beginning of your journey to heal yourself. Also, clarifying any doubts and questions before you begin a fight. It's also a very nice thing to do. You don't want to walk into a difficult situation without having thought it through and getting your doubts clarified. So that's the essence of this particular shloka.
If you like our videos, please subscribe to our channel and turn on the bell notification. If you'd like to join our classes every day, please check the details in the description section of this video. We look forward to serving you.